mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Frey, made a shocking admission just hours after the reports that ICE agents had a second officer-involved shooting.
And we're in a position right now where we have residents that are asking the very limited number of police officers that we have to fight ICE agents on the street, to stand by their neighbors.
Because this incident just happened hours before I'm recording this, it is 100% subject to change. But based on the initial reports, ICE initiated a stop of a criminal alien from Venezuela. He refused to stop. He was on the interstate. At some point, he got off the interstate, called people that were back at the house that he was staying at. They then called the Minneapolis police and said that ICE was chasing their loved one or family member or whatever. And by the time Minneapolis police arrived on scene, ICE agents had stopped the criminal. The criminal had crashed the vehicle, got out of the vehicle. There are some reports that some type of incident ensued where there was a struggle. Somehow either the illegal alien or potential other people near the scene where he crashed grabbed a shovel and grabbed a broomstick. That ICE agent then discharged their firearm, striking the person believed to be the criminal alien from Venezuela. Some of the reports are still murky, but the person that was hit ran into the residence and hid for some time before being drug out. Now, to me, sounds pretty cut and dry. If you assault an ICE officer and you are using a weapon, like people die all the time from blunt instruments, whether we're talking about shovels or broomsticks, but of course, none of that matters to these deranged, violent, anti-ICE activists, protesters, and Marxists. They started to lob explosives and other projectiles like rocks and ice chunks at officers, both Minneapolis police and also DHS, Border Patrol, and ICE agents that were there on the scene. Now, what's shocking to me is that Jacob Frey doesn't seem to understand that it's actually his rhetoric, along with Keith Ellison, Tim Walz, Ilhan Omar, and basically every Democrat who keeps on pushing the false lies that ICE are masked people who are kidnapping neighbors. That type of rhetoric is exactly why deranged, violent anti-ICE activists would ask him to send Minneapolis police to fight ICE in the streets, to protect their neighbors. And on the topic of dangerous rhetoric, at almost the exact same time that the shooting was occurring, Governor Tim Walz had recorded and then released an address to Minnesota where he demonized ICE repeatedly, saying that they were lowly trained, saying that there were masked men kidnapping our neighbors, causing chaos in the streets. That perfectly exemplifies the sentiment by the radical, violent anti-ICE protesters and rioters that asked Jacob Frey to send Minneapolis cops to fight ICE agents.